Hi darlings, this is Christina and today we have some Chanel goodies. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay darlings, so I apologize if you hear my voice going in and out. I'm currently battling a little annoying holiday cold, so bear with me. I am feeling better today, so I thought let me just get this going. Let me do this review because I'm dying to try this makeup and I know people are dying to see as many reviews as possible for it. Officially launches, I believe, the beginning of January. Of course, I'll put that on my community post when that actually happens. But yes, so I bought it directly from the boutique. I love my essay. She's amazing and she sent me this cute little pouch in addition to my products. So we have some things to try. We're gonna try the bronzer, the primer. We're gonna try the primer. We have a blush. We of course have the palette, and we have one Balm Essential. I love these actually, and the more colors they've come out with, the more I have enjoyed them. So we're just gonna get into it. The only thing I put on thus far is my skincare. And then I did put some concealer on to just hide those little bags of mine because as much as I've been sleeping, you can still see the tired on my face. And then I do have the Clé de Peau little lip balm. What is this? It's a glorified lip balm and it's in pink, in one pink. And honestly, as a regular everyday gloss, I was not a fan. And I was like, this is way hyped up to be so expensive. But I do quite enjoy it when I wear it at night. It's got a little tingly feel, so, and it doesn't give much color. It literally looks like my lips. So that's all I have on right now. Okay, so the first thing I bought was the primer. And this is in light copper. And I opted for this one as opposed to the other two because I just felt like the other two are going to be too light. I have quite a few other primers and I'll show you a separate swatch of all of them and this one in comparison that are I have variations of them and I just don't reach for them ever. So I do like the enhancers, and that in particular I will totally also give you a side-by-side swatch. And with the enhancers, I like both colors, but I definitely went and leaned into the darker of the two that I feel like I get a lot more use out of. So that's why I chose this one. Now I'll tell you when swatching this, you're gonna see straight up like glitter particles, okay? It doesn't bother me, and I don't know if the light's gonna catch it, but when I actually look at it, you can see like actual glitter in there. So I think that helps with the actual, you know, shimmer look. It's a winter glow enhancing primer, moisturizing and protective, fresh luminous complexion is what it states to give. I'm going to just rub it in first, and I'll do it just on one side. And the smell smells pretty much like all the other Chanel primers to me. They'll have a slight, you know, rose scent, but nothing crazy. Let's see if this actually makes a difference, right? So can you see a difference, guys? This is the primer side, and this is no primer. I don't know if I see much difference. I mean, I know that's probably a good thing. Like, you don't want it to be too obvious of shine or shimmer. I'm trying to see. Okay, maybe I do see a little more radiance here when I'm looking in the viewfinder. When I'm looking at myself face on, I see a little more radiance the more I build it. All right, I see some as I'm looking. I see the radiance. Okay, okay. So let's just put it on this side too. Just even it out. And I'll say it kind of feels tacky. Not in a bad way, but like a sticky way. Like when you layer your foundation on, it's gonna really look so pretty. So let's waste no time, guys. We played with the primer. Now let's go ahead and play with the palette. This is a Le Beige Cool. And I actually only have one other Le Beige palette, and that's Tinder. And I'm not sure where it is right now. That's why I don't have it out, but it leans in like the warm pinks, because pink's typically like a happy place for me. I do love pinks. So these are the color stories. It is a beautiful palette. And what I love about this is that when I swatched it initially for my short, it really surprised me with how pigmented everything was. But do you see how pigmented? It's really pretty finishes. And recently Chanel's been really giving us these fun little iridescent colors, and I have them in a couple other palettes which I'll show you later. That's more the new release, and I wonder if this is the theme coming from the new creative directors, Drame, Pravina, and Lee. These are the 3 creative directors over the Chanel Beauty right now, and they're younger and they're of diverse nationalities. So I appreciate that, you know, there's a new step in the Chanel directive and what they're bringing forward, especially because we've never had a Le Beige winter glow. We always have Le Beige in the summer. So when I saw that this was coming, I thought, oh my gosh, that's weird. Like, I'm not nearly expecting that. Like, they have a winter collection that comes out typically in January, but it's not Le Beige. So I was really shocked, to say the least, but I was here for it. So here we are. And so the first thing we're going to start with is this light shade. And just as I expected, it's going to be literally the color of my skin, which is okay, because if you want to just build like a base, you can. So I'm just going to keep building that. And actually it's nice. It's very light, but it's nice. It's a nice like overlay of a color. Okay, now let's go into that light pinky color. And we're just gonna dust it over top. Oh, that's pretty. It's almost like a sugar plum fairy kind of pink color. That's what it's giving me. And I know this whole look is supposed to be like in the snow, you know. That's what this collection is supposed to give, you know, like you were in the snow and got a little cold and you have this beautiful like rosy cheek kind of vibe. That's a pretty pink. That's a really pretty pink. This would be a pretty like one and done pink color. Let's go into this dark color. And when I swatched it, it was extremely pigmented. So I'm gonna just punch it in the outer corner. Oh, that's pretty. That's a pretty purple. Very pigmented. We're gonna have to buff this out a little. Using the fluffy brush with the lighter color just to kind of blend it out. That's really pretty. Punch in. Jeez, these colors, like, they just keep getting better and better. Like, I'm like, oh, I don't want to add any more color. This is perfect. And then I put this one, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. I don't want to add any more, but I still have more to add. And it's like so pretty. I don't know if you guys can see how pigmented these colors are. They are gorgeous. And they're so rich, you know? So I feel like every skin tone could really pull from these. Okay, so I'm gonna take that other darker color, that almost like raspberry color. I'm gonna put it on the lid only. That's pretty. That has a little bit of a shimmer to it too. I believe that purple one does as well. Ooh. I know it's a little early for Valentine's Day, but this is really giving me like a Valentine's Day look vibe as well. I'll go back into that purple color because I just want to put a little more, bring that back in, that little bit of dimension. Go back in with that pink color. So far, darlings, this is where we're at. This is so pretty. The colors are really vibrant. They have a nice sheen, nice pigmentation. I am very impressed with these colors. And now we're gonna go in for the creme de la creme. Ooh, you know I love a shimmer shine, so we're gonna go into that beautiful iridescent color. When you look at it head on, you can see it has these pretty pinky, purple, bluish hues. It's gorgeous. Like the shade of the iridescence is so pretty. So this is it dry. And you can see it does give a little something. You know your girl has to try it wet. So I'm gonna take a little Max Fix Plus. I'm gonna wet my brush. And on the other eye, I'm going to do it wet to see how much more it shows up. I don't know if you guys know, well, if you have watched me for any length of time, you know I love glitter. You know I love sparkle. Iridescence is my favorite color. Just throw it on anything, any color, and I'm sold. That's with the iridescence on top. So let's finish off this look. We're gonna finish off the bottom eye. I'm not gonna put all the colors on the bottom, but I will put that pink. I'm gonna put it right underneath my eye. And you know, that could be a very dangerous move because pinks can make you look a little sick. So the next thing we're gonna do is go into that purple color. I'm gonna blend the two worlds. And mind you, when you use this palette, you do not have to use all the colors. And likely, I won't use all the colors all the time in this palette, but you can definitely use multiple colors separately. So pretty. That's really pretty. I am feeling this look, and I haven't even put my lashes liner on because that really just makes everything pop. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put on my foundation, put my lashes liner, then we're going to do the blush, and we will do the lip, and we will see our Chanel final look. Darling, so this is the look thus far with the eyes. Gosh, it's pretty. I could absolutely rock this often. You know, I love my colors, I love vibrance, I love iridescence, and this is giving so much life right now. I am loving this look. And just so you know, I want you to know I don't plan on putting any blush. I don't have any blush on. I just did my lashes liner and put my foundation on so that we can have a nice clean base. I also removed my lip balm so that we could also, you could see what the color is like truly on its own. I opted for this particular blush in the Mauve Glacé because honestly, I didn't think anything was going to top my favorite Chanel blush, which is the Fantasy de Chanel. I know it's not. It's not going to be the same formula. That was very special. But I don't have anything in this kind of color with Chanel. And I thought it was so pretty, so gorgeous for deeper skin tones. It's richer in tone. Look at that beautiful snowflake emblem with the CC. I mean, I was just like, of all the colors, I love this one. And I have a fair amount of peach coral blushes from Chanel, so I opted to not do that one this time either. When I say a couple, I have at least 3. So let me show you what this looks like. It's a pretty creamy formula. You can see it's got little shimmers on the inside. It's a really pretty pink. And like I said, I don't have anything like this, and I love this tone. I love these tones. So I'm so excited to try this. I'm so excited I purchased this color, and I don't want to ruin the emblem because it's so pretty. I'm just gonna pat it. It looks pretty pigmented, so but it's nice because you know what? You're having to build this color a little. So even though it's one of probably the darkest blush of all those that you could have chosen, it isn't like so pigmented that you feel like you're gonna make a mistake if you put too much on at once. So that's the color. And that's me like really, you know, building it up like a few times. I think that's perfect because it's so light and radiant. I don't know how that other pink, though, it just looks so light. I was so afraid that it wasn't going to show up on me. And yeah. But this one, as you see, is like a perfect pinky for me. I feel like this is a true like Barbie pink for medium to deep skin tones. I think that light one would look really good on fair to possibly medium skin tones. So it probably would show up on me with me building up like a lot. Because this one I'm already having to build up a bit. But you know, Les Beige is typically like a really natural kind of look anyway. That is like the goal of the Les Beige line. So it doesn't surprise me that this is not very pigmented. And I love it. What's really sad is that I'm really excited to pick up any limited edition Chanel blush, but not any new releases from their current line because they reformulated, and for the worst. Oh my gosh, that formulation is terrible. The colors are patchy, they're not creamy, they're not smooth, they don't give you that iridescence like they used to. Blushes and the bronzers are what brought me to Chanel, like made me really love the brand. And for such a staple in the brand to be butchered like that, I'm hoping these girls will revitalize those blushes because it's just sad that that's not even something I even think about. But that's really pretty. Wonder if I didn't have that light copper underneath, if it'd be this glowy. I have the feeling it may, but that really looks so pretty. You look like a little snow bunny or something like that, you know, like a little snow angel. Like I said, you will have to layer it quite a bit to really get that pigmentation. You won't go overboard, especially with the eyes being a little heavier, like as vibrant as they made this palette. I think it's perfect. Now, I love the Coco Chanel Rouge Balms, Cocoa Balm, I should say. And I picked it up in the color Cocoon, and I have quite a few. The lighter color reminded me too much of Pink Delight, which everybody was all gaga over, you know, with Sophia Richie's wedding, because it was something she used. And it may be a little pinker, but you see how this barely shows up? Like, that's what it was giving me. This is pretty, don't get me wrong. It's probably more on the pinky, peachy side of things. And the other one's probably more of a pinky pink. And the brown one looked very frosty. So I wasn't too much feeling that one. And I'm sure it was very pretty, but this is the one that called to me. I picked this one because it called to me. It looked like a beautiful pinky berry color. And I just needed to have it. So this is it here. So you see it's not quite the color of the blush, but it's like in the family. It's kind of a reddish berry tone. So we'll see how this kind of works with this whole look. Well, you know what? I love this color. I think this is very sexy. It's a pretty reddish, like a brick red, pinky color. So pretty. Now, I don't think it matches this look, so I'm going to throw on another color to complete this look, but this is what Cocoon looks like, and I think it's really pretty. I was looking for a pretty, almost reddish color to kind of just throw on my lips, you know, and I don't want to commit to red, but maybe want a touch of red. Pinky red. This gives me more red than pink, quite honestly, on my skin tone. But it's so pretty, so pretty. I'm looking in the mirror and I'm loving the color. I don't love this together, so we're going to just remove this. What I'm gonna do is do the Pink Delight color first. I like to mix colors. I like to make my own colors. So if you have Pink Delight, you could totally just like rock Pink Delight and be done with it, because that would work too if you just want to look very like heavy on the eyes, nothing on the lips, just very soft, very simple. You could totally do this. I'm gonna add the 119 Rouge Cocoa Gloss over top. It's this really pretty purpley color, which I think is gonna look so nice with this look, actually. And their glosses are still so amazing. Hopefully they don't reformulate for the worst. And I'm looking and I wanna see, do I wanna add any more blush? I'll put a touch more, just a touch more. What do you think? Just a little. But the nice thing is I don't see any texture. Like, I'm packing it on, but there's no texture, no visible texture. It just looks really healthy and natural and lit from within. I didn't want to forget to give you guys the differences between the shimmers. The first above is from the Les 4 Ombres Byzance palette, 328 Pure Cristal. The second is 318 Pure Vitienne. And the last is the new Cool palette from the Les Beiges. Alright, darling, so this is the Chanel Les Beiges Winter Glow collection. Tell me, have you picked anything up already? Are you interested in this collection? Did you like anything that I previewed? I'm loving it all. I actually am. I think the collection's so pretty, and I'm so surprised with how pigmented the eyeshadows were. I'm so surprised with that beautiful iridescence. It's giving me a little bit like of a softer Pat McGrath look. Regards to its just sexy, yummy, rich tones with its shimmer. I mean, it's not going to be a Pat McGrath Astro Blitz shades, okay? It's not going to be that, but it is a very pretty, sophisticated, shimmering, pretty look. I'm so excited. I definitely am going to be rocking this. Okay, darling, so I hope you have a great day, a wonderful week. I hope you have a beautiful Christmas, holiday, New Year's. I hope 2024 brings you all the dreams of your hearts. May they come to life. That is my prayer for you guys in the 2024 year. But yes, darlings, this is my last 2023 Chanel launch. So I'm excited to go out with a bang with my favorite brand. So, all right, darlings, I'll catch you in the next one in 2024.